Right, so this video has been requested quite a bit. I get a lot of comments whenever I post me climbing about what ropes do you use, what harness do you have, what bag do you use, what boots do you use, what saw do you use, all this sort of stuff. So I figured that while I had my climbing kit home this weekend, that I'd give you a little tour of what's inside of it. This is only going to be a brief little video. If you want more of an in-depth one, either message me or comment on this video, and I will do a more how I use the Grillion, how the zigzag run through the rope, what sort of harness I use, how it fits, all that sort of stuff. So here we go. Right, so for some reason my neighbour has decided that they're going to mow their grass at 6:30. So ignore that noise. Start off with the climbing kit. It's the most important piece. Well, maybe not, but it's important PPE. My Protos. I still use this one, my very first one, because my blue one is just so shiny. I don't want to get it ruined yet. I have a Sena on the back of this. I don't have a Protos headset because personally they're quite expensive, and the Sena works great for people with motorbikes, and it works great for when you're up a tree. Maybe not when you're up a tree, but you know what I mean. Secondly, we got my Courant Koala harness. Now personally I love this harness. This is my baby. It is the least painful. I say painful, I mean like my other harness used to bruise all the way up the inside of my legs, which wasn't exactly ideal or attractive. Right, so next up we have my Silky. Now I have my Silky on a saw pod just because I find it a lot easier for me. I find it easier to go reach directly sideways, pull it up, then reach around the back or the side trying to unclip it when I'm at an awkward angle. Just personally I find this better, although I do get a lot of shit for it. Next I have my Grillion side strap. Now this hasn't been maintained very well. I should have actually done this a bit better before I started the video, but I thought I'd be quite honest. This Grillion I think is brilliant. I don't know anyone else in my firm who has one. My old firm did, but not that many of them do. I think it's just up to preference. I personally love this. It's easy to adjust and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. And now we have my Froline. I have a Marlow Froline, Marlow bag. Most of my kit is Marlow, I'll give you that. As we all know, I was sponsored by Marlow. Well, I'm an ambassador for Marlow. But that contract has recently ended. That was a great experience, by the way. I was very, very honoured to have it. Next up, we have my spare kit bag. Now, this is sort of stuff that I don't always need to use or want to use, really. So I have my wire core side strap. This is brilliant, by the way. When I did my pole rescue, this was ideal. Just a little figure of 8. Give me a little bit of extra sense of security when trying to save Archie. I remember when I first started, I didn't realise that you could actually adjust these to make them smaller. So I was like, how the hell am I supposed to get up this tree when my arm is fully extended? But you know what? That's part of the whole learning experience. Next we have my old line for my Grillion. As you can see, it's pretty dirty and doesn't get used that often. I also have a whoopee sling, which I actually haven't had a chance to use. I'm not quite at that level yet. Now, lastly, we have this final piece of kit, which is one of the most important things a climber uses. My rope and zigzag. This is the climbing system that I prefer. I went from Prusik to zigzag and I will never look back. This is brilliant. I have the older zigzag. As you can see, it's smaller, cuter, and a lot more friendly to my... I don't have... It looks quite big there, but I don't actually have that big hands. So when reaching out, it's perfect. I have a Marlow rope, which is... kind of goes without saying. I have a DMM carabiner and I have a petrol carabiner. Now that's just my preference and how I have it set up. I don't have anything to help run the rope through, nothing like that. I just do it all myself because, you know, guns. That pretty much sums up my kit apart from a few carabiners. If you want me to show you guys me using the Grillion, zigzag, my harness, showing you more in depth of what my bag allows me to store, pretty much, or anything along the lines of that, please let me know. Even down to setting up a center in a headset, because that can be a little bit tricky. So just comment, send me a DM, whatever your preference is, but let me know.